Welcome to our highlights of day 3 of the 6 days of Rotterdam. A capacity crowd here in the Ahoy arena. It's Saturday night, it's Super Racing Saturday. And then the first event was the 200 lap Madison. Normally very tightly contested, this came down to a battle with those teams looking at the lesser orders. Places 4 and 5 for example. And in the end the victory went to Barry Marcus and Leif Lampeter of the Pieneman squad here in the gold jerseys. Barry Marcus taking the final sprint. They really did need the points to cement a place up near the top 4. A fine opening victory for this team. And so to the team elimination. Remember, every 4 laps a team is deemed to be out of the race if they cross the finish line in last position. It's always extremely hectic. In the end it came down to the same 2 teams who contested yesterday. It was Terpstra, Keisse, De Ketele and De Buyst. This time Iljo Keisse was up against his old rival Jasper De Buyst, but he looked far more focused today than he did yesterday. He wasn't allowed to be bullied by the young man who tried his best to take the victory, but Iljo Keisse was the man on form today. Yesterday in the team time trial, it became obvious that the track record was under threat. And Graham Brown and Theo Bos attacked it with a fury today. Bos already holds the record. He wanted to break it and putting on a huge gear, he made a valiant effort to try and take that record down even further. 21.297 was the record, but Bos was just a little bit too slow. 21.430 this time around. But the other pairing who were really good yesterday were Franco Marvulli and Tristan Marget. Marget is an explosive sprinter. Marvulli, a wonderful lead-out man. The question is, did he have enough in the legs to sustain it for a lap and a half? It's easy to tie up and slow down in the last 20 metres. The record was there for the taking, and Tristan Marget made absolutely no mistakes. 21.258, a new lap record. Generally the most spectacular racing is the Derny racing. And on the third night of the 6 days of Rotterdam it was no exception. Walter Huybrechts, the flying fireman they call him, the pace rider for Michael Morkov, going 3 abreast into the penultimate corner, taking every risk possible to take the Dane forward of his rivals. It was a magnificent win in the first Derny race of the evening. How could the second Derny race possibly be any better? But if anything, it was. You can see here from Dernycam just how close the racing was. Iljo Keisse at the bottom here with Michel Vaten trying to take another win, but Wim Struttinger with his Derny pace rider Moy had a different idea. An amazingly fast last lap. Both the leading men, Vaten and Moy, taking their riders further and faster than the previous race. In the end it was Wim Struttinger and his Derny pace rider Moy who took the victory, and they needed it. The Super Sprint is the elimination race that comes before the final Madison of the evening. It's often used tactically because the big riders at the top of the leaderboard want to make sure that they can stay fresh for the final Madison. And just like yesterday, Vivian Brice, the World Madison champion, took full advantage with his partner Mark Hester to take the win. That gave him 20 points and the glory, of course, of the race itself. One look at the programme would confirm why the big teams wanted to take it a bit easy. The Big Chase Madison at the end of the night was 250 laps long, 50 laps longer than normal. Early on, Keisse and Terpstra and De Ketele and De Buyst took an early lap, shadowing each other all the way. Then it was the turn of the Danes, Morkov and Rasmussen, to take a lap back as well. They needed to stay in contention. As did Wim Struttinger and Jens Morris. They worked very hard to get a lap back. In the end, the 2 major teams of Terpstra, Keisse and De Ketele De Buyst fought it out to try and gain another lap side by side. They looked for all the world as though they were going to contest the sprint as well. But as it happened, the Belgian pairing just took their eye off the ball a little bit. They didn't, in fact, make the lap, whereas their rivals, Terpstra and Keisse, did. Niki Terpstra going straight over the top here and getting a major advantage. not only taking the lap, but taking the win as well, putting them firmly back in control.
So Niki, you guys got the bonus, you got the 200 laps, 200 points, now you're a lap up. How important is that?
Well, you see the Ketele and De Buyst are 3 points from a bonus lap, so actually we are only like 7 points in the lead. But we're in the lead, and that's where we wanted to be on the end of this day.
So clearly the Belgians are still strong rivals. How strong are they going into day 4?
Yeah, they're always strong. They're strong in every event. They're good against the time. They're very strong in the chases. So yeah, it's a little bit. I think the most important now is going to be experience. We have to try to take benefit of the fact that Jasper is only 20 and try to beat him like that, because they are strong, we are strong. So it's the details that make the difference now.
Yeah, Jasper's young, but we still have the Danes and Morris, Jens Morris and Wim Stutinger in there as well. How about those other guys, Niki?
Well, we still have to watch them. Those are the 4 best teams, and you know, if Belgiums and we are looking to each other, they can make profit of it. So we have to stay focused.
Niki Terpstra and Iljo Keisse are right to be worried. They may have 204 points and lead on the lap standings, but Kenny De Ketele and Jasper De Buyst are on 197. They're at 1 lap, but they will soon qualify for the bonus. That'll take them within 7 points. Jens Morris and Wim Stutinger are now third, 111 points, 1 lap down.